Just drives so violent. Anytime you get a chance to jump a train.
Oh,
That was one of the cleaner landings.
oh yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Park City, Utah. We're down here at Hoonigan Racing Division, and today we're gonna be playing some video games with Ken Block. What up? I see you're hard at work already. Today, Ken's gonna run us through his top 5 favorite things about Forza Horizon 4. So right now I see you're shredding the Hoonicorn and jumping it off some containers and doing some wild stuff that I don't think you normally get to do with that.
I mean, one of the amazing things about Forza Horizon 4 is, look, it's the Hoonicorn and the Hoonicorn. Yeah, I think it's super rad that they're able to take a car like this that in real life is quite a beast and be able to put it into the game in a very realistic way. Not only taking the actual car itself and dropping it in there in such a unique way, but even to the point of working with me on the way that it handles and the acceleration of it, all that, because it is such an amazing car and it is so violent with 1400 horsepower that to actually translate that into a game is pretty impressive.
Hell yeah.
And there was a point too when I was up in Seattle at Forza Studios, I was able to sit and play the game and give them, direct feedback right before the game was done. Be able to manipulate them into making it even more wild. So it's not often you get to tell them, hey, this car is like a 11 out of 10, so we need the game to feel that way. And they did it. It really, in the game, the Hoonicorn is one of the fastest, most violent cars in the game. That's because I was able to go there and give them that feedback, and they listened and made it work. So thank you. I was super rad to actually have that work out. So, not only did they do such a good job, as you can see here, looking at the car itself, as we cruise around, look around at the Gymkhana 10 livery on there, all the details of sponsors like Monster and Hoonigan and Forza, but just the way that it just drives so violent. And granted, this surface right now doesn't help because there's a bunch of water on the ground, so it kind of torque steers everywhere all by itself. I'm really stoked on how well they did putting this together and really kind of making it feel just as violent as it is in real life. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite things about Forza Horizon 4. Let's find my favorite giant, ridiculous jump. All right, so we're on Fortune Island, which is an island off the main map of the game, and this is one of my favorite spots in the entire game, and we're in the Hoona truck. So we're gonna go take the Hoona truck. Oh, just passing an RS200, no big deal.
You also passed another Hoona truck earlier.
Yeah. So we're gonna take the Hoona truck, go off-roading here. Oh, right into the rock. That's bad. So yeah, we're gonna go climb up on the top part of this island. I have this really rad jump that I like. And it's just one of those things that I enjoy playing these games for some of the serious racing stuff. I enjoy it for all the different cars and trying out different cars and see how they handle. But I also like to just play in the terrain. Coming from skateboarding and snowboarding as a kid, it's all about taking a fun toy like a skateboard and interact with your surroundings, and your kick flips off stuff, snowboarding, jump off whatever you can, and the same with a video game like this. Find the craziest stuff that you can and jump your car off it. So here we have the Hoona truck and some very fun terrain to try and launch off of. Woo!
Oh, nice.
That's right over it. Wow, it's actually one of the biggest ones I've done before. It's straight.
Oh.
I thought that was one of the cleaner landings.
Well, your man might have stacked it a little bit. So, comment below if you think Ken should put some long travel on the Hoona truck and go launch it 300 feet.
So anyway, that's the jump on Fortune Island that I really am fond of.
So in comparison between the Hoona truck and the Hoonicorn as far as the driving experience goes, obviously it's like comparing apples and oranges here, but what if you had to compare them at all?
The Hoona truck isn't quite as violent. The Hoonicorn is just ridiculously violent and sometimes quite hard to drive. And the video game really does capture that. Oh, by the way, if you haven't noticed, we're actually playing off an Xbox that the Xbox people made us based on the Gymkhana 10 liveries, and they made us a couple sets of them, and we used a set to give a bunch to fans, and I still have 4 left. There's a couple more up there on the shelf.
Just Xboxes on Xboxes.
So all of them in the set match the different cars from Gymkhana 10, and one of them is missing because we sent it to Despre in England. You're welcome, Despre. Well, he did all the liveries for the Gymkhana 10 cars, so definitely thought he deserved an Xbox. Another one of my favorite things about Forza Horizon 4 is just the way that fans are able to make their own liveries on all sorts of cars, but specifically change the liveries on my car. And so it's kind of funny to even see, you know, changes they've made to the existing liveries that we have, like the Gymkhana 10 livery, along with adding my new Troy Lee livery here by Turnballer, put on the new 2019 livery by Troy Lee, but on my old car. And look at, here's someone that made a Rusty Rat style design on the old Kazi.
Oh yeah,
that's super rad. Ivar Rabi. You know, so this is genuinely one of my favorite things. Oh look, Shell Shock 512 did our launch livery, just like a plain white simple livery. Look at old Repsol livery, which is what one of the liveries that this car ran on in the early 90s.
Oh, nice.
So the funny thing is, you know, I do go look at this stuff. I'll select one of my cars and then go in and just see some of the different stuff that the fans do on these cars. And look at, there's a crazy Hoonigan one there with green wheels and a big Hoonigan logo and purple, you know, accents. But look at that, there's a real nice red, just street car, that looks dope. Alpine Stars livery, crazy monster livery. Look at this Hoonigan one.
Okay.
I think we found a shit car livery in here someplace, didn't we?
Yeah, keep going over.
Okay, look at this nice pink and light purple. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Donkey Howells made us a shit car livery on the Kazi.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, we got a Louis Vuitton. Nice. Now I know what a Louis pattern would look like on my Kazi.
Louis Vuitton, come holler at us.
Look at, all right, we're gonna end on this one right here, but this is a nice rendition of the original launch livery that Ford used on the Kazi when they started racing it. I think they raced it for the first time in Spain and won a rally with it, and it was in a livery that looks just like that. All right, so there's a lot of more serious races in Horizon 4, but there's also some really fun stuff. One of my favorite ones here is called the Flying Scotsman, and I race all these with my kids, and I try and help them find little secret stuff to be faster and be quicker through there, and I never let them beat me. I always find the most little tricks. But there's also great things to learn, just like braking early and connecting turns. And there's actually a set of turns at the end of this where you have to get the first turn right to set you up to go through the second turn fast. So anyway, it's one of my favorite ones. It's in the snow, you're racing a train. It's quite ridiculous, the idea of it. But I think that's what makes it pretty fun. Me in my suit with a top hat. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Good look.
I have blonde hair today.
I respect that you don't like let up on your kids, because you know what? That teaches them to keep pushing harder.
Hey, my daughter beat me karting the other day. Granted, she's 100 pounds lighter than me, but when I left the door open a little too wide, she just stuffed her cart in there. I've only got a little bit of time left, but I think I can beat these kids. They're getting that good.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, this is a fun sort of fantasy type race. I mean, you're racing a train, you're in a buggy, you know, and all sorts of fun little course shortcuts you can take, a little water splash.
Oh, so this follows the train tracks through.
Yeah, so the train has its own set basic train type course, and you've got like a fun course through crazy venues and towns and bridges and a tunnel here. Sometimes if you get in the right spot, the train will actually hit you and it'll make you faster, but I didn't stay on the track. Hit me.
So you know that train boost.
Yeah, gotta get that train boost if you can. But I don't think I'll be able to get it today, but I had a ridiculously low time one time racing this with my kids. A shortcut here. Anytime you get a chance to jump a train, might as well get that slow-mo in.
By the way, one of my favorite Gymkhana moments is the train track jump in 9?
it's one of my favorite moments watching it, but doing it, it was so gnarly to try and time a race car with a train. So here's one of those corners where you get the first part right, sets you up good for the second part. A little spin there, try to stick to the good surface. So it's great that it's a fantasy type race, but it's still basic racing principles like braking early for this turn so you can line up that next turn. It's important. That's the sort of thing that I like talking about that stuff with my kids and trying to get them to be quicker and quicker. That might be a decent time.
That top hat is pure class.
302. No, I've been in like the 298 somewhere around there before. So I mean, for sitting down and just playing this without playing for a while, it's all right. It's fun though. I mean, like I said, it's silly. There's other much serious races in here, but yeah, great fantasy style race, and still can use fun driving type skills to make it through quick. One of my genuinely favorite things about Horizon 4 is seeing all the different fan videos that people make doing like Gymkhana type stuff with my various cars, with other various cars. But yeah, let's show some of those, because people have recorded stuff and then put it up like on Instagram and Facebook, and it looks really rad. Like, I love seeing some of that stuff. All right, so roll a couple of those fan clips. So if you like all that and you want to see more from Horizon 4, comment below, or other stuff that you like that you think I should go check out. Anyway, thanks, Zach. That was fun.
Thank you.
Well, anytime I get to come to the shop and play video games, it's a good time.
Hard day at work. Exhausting.